lot of money.
We did assessment here and discovered that there was a lot of losses that the farmers were realizing from their crops. When they harvest, when you want added value to it, they get a very little amount of money.
The transition to permanent housing and educating their children is a milestone in the community's improved living conditions.
They have loan schemes where they loan finances to one another through their groups, and that has helped them to borrow money. And the blessing we have seen is that most of the communities we saw, they put up their own better houses, moving away from a grass-thatched house to a iron sheet house. I think that's really, it restored dignity.
The Savings Initiative has transformed the lives of farmers in Teso sub-region. Oko Joseph, UBC.
Very delicious.
Very delicious indeed. Adoption in Uganda remains low, with many potential adoptive parents citing the prolonged and often complex legal process as a major barrier. Now, while celebrating World Adoption Day in Uganda, the lengthy paperwork, stringent regulations, and frequent delays in the court system have been cited as obstacles for those wishing to adopt children, leaving many abandoned children in institutional care homes. Justin Nakamai with the report.
Currently, Uganda has 2.5 children living without parental care, yet only about 1% are placed for adoption each year. The 2023 report shows that of the 50,000 children residing in care facilities across the country, only a small fraction is adopted annually, leaving many to grow up in under-resourced institutions. Moses Mwanyi, who was abandoned at Mulago Hospital, grew up in an institutional care after he was left in the hospital corridors by his alleged mother. After he was placed in a care home by his foster parents, he missed the love and attachment of parental care.
My story started when I was abandoned in the hospitals of Mulago Hospital at the age of 3 years. And after that, I was placed in a care institution called SOS Children's Villages, which institution seemed to provide the best care for me, but could not give the real identity of a family.
Bridget Nalubega was also abandoned at just 3 months in the nutritional ward at Mulago Hospital. She was taken to Sanyu Baby's home, where her journey in an institutional home began.
In the nutritional ward, I was really malnourished, and I was abandoned by I don't know, was it my grandmother? That's what Barbara says. I was very malnourished. The police is the one that brought me there to Mulago Hospital. So Sanyu Baby's home got me there, and I was with Sanyu for 2 years.
Bridget says that while she received all the necessary care as a child while in a care home, the emotional gaps from not belonging to a family were always evident.
And your family if you have a family, you have that mother, that father, that brother, that sister, can relate emotionally how you feel. Then if you're in an orphanage, you can't relate with your orphan mother or your brothers, because there is not that unique emotional attachment that could be there. But with the family, you have that parental aspect in it.
Even now, she faces mental challenges as a result of growing up in a care home without the stability of a family.
Of course, identity issues, identifying with the family, growing up, you in high school, in campus, friends, you have friends say, yeah, I'm going to the village, to my family, to my village, to my family, I have this extended family. So me having no identity brings up questions like, who am I, really, what is my cultural background, what is my biological background, and it causes emotional scars. So then mental health challenges.
So Moses and Bridget, along with other advocates, appeal to Ugandans to embrace adoption because every child deserves a family.
This would have been prevented if I had an adoptive family.
Encourage everybody out there to take the adoption as the best care option for all the Ugandan children. Growing up in a care institution could only be the last resort.
But some adoptive parents decry the legal framework, strict regulations and lays in the court system and appeal to government to simplify the adoption process.
Government has put up these processes to protect the children's rights against maybe traffickers, against people who may have ill intentions, and so they require them. But we would wish that those processes, the people who administer the processes, are sensitized on the ultimate goal, which is to ultimately adopt the children, so that the process should not work against children remaining in institutions.
A probation officer from the Kampala Capital City Authority, Zaina Nakuburwa, attributes the increasing number of abandoned children to irresponsible parenting.
We have issues of parenting, poverty at household level. We also have high rates of teenage pregnancy, and then some of those young girls that do become pregnant, they deliver and then they abandon in hospitals and any other public spaces.
On this World Adoption Day, activists and adoption parents are calling on the government to streamline the adoption process, making it easier for children to find stable homes and reducing the number of minors left in institutional care. Justine Nakami, UBC News.
World Adoption Day. Hope that drives the message home. Now, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has approved a plan that will enable graduates from the zonal presidential industrial hubs to borrow startup capital for their enterprises. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni made these remarks today while commissioning the Bukedi Zonal Presidential Industrial Hub in Chibuku District. The Bukedi Industrial Hub is among the 19 hubs spread across the country under the Presidential Initiative on Skilling, with an aim of combating unemployment among the youth through equipping them with vocational skills and ushering them into the money economy.
Yangwa. What is it?
When the children were living here, like you had those who were saying, they went and struggled on their own. Now the controller has brought a very good idea which I have approved. She said, let's have a circle per district. A circle of the graduates of here. okusoma anu uligi baba bakangire omu district yawe, so that they start saving together. Baba amo inga bakumbanirya amesente gya kusavinga n'omujulizi aratuwaire obujulizi bw'okusavinga, and the government can put money in it also. Kaise government yone teke mesente omusaka ekyo, so that a child who has left here can now borrow from the circle, buy what she wants and pay back slowly like PDM. Olato mwana azwire anu ngali omusaka eyo nga batekere mesente, government tekere munesente yena asobola okwewola nibasobola okukola ebintu ebyo inga etukola omu PDM. Now together with the circle, district circles, amone circle je district, we are going to look at the common user facilities. Twaba okuwona ebintu ebyo bitukoleramu per district, buli district, so that when the child borrows for her circle, she borrows for the tools which are portable, so that omwana aba amaliro okwewola sente egy'omusako olw'ebintu ebikozesebwa n'engalo nenga bisobola okutambulibwa. But then the ones which cannot be moved should be shared. You use, you pay a small fee, and you do what you want to do.
President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has tipped Ugandans to tap into the infrastructural developments such as roads and electricity provided by the government to eliminate poverty. The president was addressing residents from Bukedi sub-region who converged in Palisa district at the end of his 3-day wealth creation tour of the area.
His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has winded up the 3 days country tour of Bukedi sub-region by addressing a public rally in Palisa district.
Government yeno olw'enkola gy'enkyusizaamu enti omulimi omuntu wa bulijjo afunenga akasente ke ng'afunira ku ssimu ye. Naye se Pulezidenti ng'ababoda tuli kusanga obuzibu bw'amaanyi olw'okuba abasomesa ba PDM bagamba nti ofuna sente za PDM oziyisa mu kintu ky'osinga okutegeera nnyo.
The Sunday engagement has been held at Kamuge sub-county and in attendance were Prime Minister Robert Nabanja, then RM Secretary General Richard Odong and Mike Mukula, ministers, religious and traditional leaders, members of parliament, among others.
You have kept this country stable. You have held Uganda with firm hands, 2 hands. Your Excellency, Uganda now is peaceful. I can proudly say, and any Ugandan can speak very clearly, from the north to the south, east to the west, Uganda is stable. That this interactive meeting you are holding with the people of Uganda is the first of its kind. That the people are seeing their president coming to take questions from them and answering them on issues that affect them. This has beaten all definition of democracy.
Abantu bawano tulina omukisa olw'okuba enguudo zonna ozikoze. Wasigadde kizibu kimu kyokka oba bibiri. Abaana baffe bakyava mu masomero olw'ebisale ebiri mu masomero. Abaana baffe babajja mu masomero, abakulu b'amasomero, ekyo okimanyi. Ate abantu baffe bakyali baavu. Era y'ensonga lwaki ozze wano. Muze nsaba okkirize nkuyite oyogere eri abantu b'e Palisa.
The president addressed a gathering drawn from the districts of Busha, Tororo, Palisa, Butebu, Kibuku, Budaka and Butalijja.
When you look at the statistics now, you will see that in Bukedi, obutaki bule obutaki omunsi engeja nga bukiri. That means too many things spoiling the porridge. Now, from the beginning, MLM has been teaching you 3 words. Number 1,
development, enkulaakulana, means tarmac roads, electricity, water, telephones, schools, health centers.
He informed the communities of Bukedi that although government has developed infrastructure such as roads, schools and hospitals, eradicating poverty should be an individual task.
Development is different from Abar. You find a situation where there is a good tarmac road here, but near the road there is Obutaki. Omusozi yakobayira nti akaze kakera kaife esomero lyaife sona esomero lyaisu aye embuzi yange ng'omuntu.
It is on this point that he rewinded the 4-acre model gospel.
1996 in the manifesto, we put it in the manifesto as a 4 acres model. We said 1 acre under coffee, 2nd acre under fruits, 3rd acre under pasture for dairy cows in the zero grazing. Number 4, the food for the family.
The president is now convinced that with all the available poverty alleviation interventions, there should be no one else to be left behind.
So I want to appeal to you that please, we have done many efforts to help you get out of poverty. We started with Ntandikwa, NADS, Operation Wealth Creation, and now we are with the PDM.
To the people of Bukedi, the president stressed the need for them to start practicing friendly usage of wetlands, with fish farming and irrigation being proposed as the best practices. The matter of charging extra dues in government schools was also discouraged by the head of state. Robert Nyango, UBC News.
President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has urged private universities to equip demand-driven skills for graduates to compete in the job market. This has been disclosed by the Vice President, Major Retired Jessica Lupo, at the 30th graduation ceremony of Bugema University. The Vice Chancellor of Bugema University, Pastor Dr. Masiko Israel Kafero, appealed to the President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni to fulfill the pledges to the university.
Among the graduates is the Minister of Presidency, Babiri Mire Babalanda. President Museveni acknowledged the increasing number of graduates in the country, urging private institutions to focus on equipping learners with demand-driven skills.
As government attracts more investments, the demand for a skilled and productive workforce will continue to increase. The students must be responsive to the rapidly changing global economy, which is mainly driven by science and technology. I urge the graduates of this university to stand out in society as agents of socio-economic transformation by utilizing the knowledge and skills which you have acquired.
Graduates were urged to stand out as agents of socio-economic transformation by utilizing the knowledge and skills acquired and refrain from dangerous lifestyle,
such as drunkenness, sexual promiscuity, substance abuse, etc. The government and your parents have made enormous sacrifices to educate you. It will be an act of indiscipline if you waste away your lives in trivialities after such sacrifices have been made to make you a better citizen of your country.
The president was awarded by Bugema University for his support towards the education sector. State Minister for Education Dr. Jesse Muyingo encouraged students to embrace opportunities with courage and integrity, inspiring others through their success and making a positive impact in their lives and communities.
As you leave this institution, I urge you to follow the nurse's motto, which calls on each and every one of them to love and serve. whatever the profession. To me, service means commitment to your work and executing it with diligence. You must therefore give the best and make a very big difference in the lives of the people you will be serving. I know your work gets paid, but if you put money before everything, you will have a very frustrated life and even regret the day.
The Vice-Chancellor Bugema University, Pastor Dr. Masiko Israel Kafelo, asked President Museveni to fulfill the pledges made to the university.
Other pledges made in the past, those commitments are vital to the success of our infrastructure and academic programs. We extend our gratitude to our trustees, Uganda Union, who generously donated 1 billion Uganda shillings to alleviate us from the debt we had, and to the donors who contributed over 290 million Uganda shillings during that fundraising when you came for the science complex.
The Minister for Presidency, Miribabire Babalanda, thanked the NRM government for prioritizing higher education and combating ignorance in Uganda.
The right to get a job does not take away your qualifications, nor your knowledge and learning you have acquired. The NRM therefore is proud to have contributed to spreading opportunity for our people to acquire knowledge and get out of ignorance.
The university recognized 2 exemplary individuals with honorable doctorates. Sudat Kaye, UBC News. UBC News.
Uganda fire! Endiva fire! Uganda! This is it! Bring that fire like never before as Uganda Cranes takes on South Africa on 15th November at 4 p.m. Our Nambole! One more win! Gatugenda wa AFCON 2025! No panya, no calculator! Nkubidoni, wacha wewe! Katugwe chicho, buy your ticket using Momo at only 25k for ordinary. Atema abakashi! Ordinary goes for 30k, 50k for VIP, and 150k for Parendeva Platinum! Each ticket comes with a free train ride to Nampole. Get your tickets from MTN service centers at Jaberodi, Zebra House, Crested Towers, and Clock Tower. To avoid delays, or simply scan the code on your smartphone for easy entry into the stadium. Oh, why? Remember, no physical tickets will be issued or sold at Nampole. Proudly brought to you by MTN, the #1 supporter of Uganda's football. Together, we are unstoppable. Honorable Fred Biamukama, Minister of State for Works and Transport in charge of transport, invites you to the launch of the 4-acre model campaign in the Greater Chibale District's Bunyoro sub-region. The event will take place at Chikwaya Primary School Playground, Kakumiro District on November 15, 2024, starting at 10 a.m. and will be graced by His Excellency President Yoweri Museveni. All residents, civil servants and the leaders from the districts that make up Greater Chibale, Kakumiro, Chibale, Kagadi, Chikube and neighboring areas are encouraged to attend in large numbers. This initiative, led by the President, aims to bring ordinary people into the money economy by showcasing farmers who have succeeded in the 1-acre model, 2-acre model, 3-acre model and 4-acre model. Join local leaders and residents in learning how small land can be used to enhance food security and socio-economic growth. Don't miss this opportunity to witness the transformative impact on local communities.
Amazina ganje ninyetekwa Seruhanga John Bosco ninduga mu district ya Rukungiri ndio muhanguzi wa miliyoni 18 mukaga na Uganda National Rotary nzahangwire urwo mu kuzana star 278 hash ngafuna message eriko reka mu muhanguzi nashemererwa konka nabaza kugira ngo ne byabafere sente ziriyo zone bakaziteka nko nazihangwire.
Ugandan National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Ugandan National Lottery is operated by Ituba Uganda and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board.
To be a winner, you must have the discipline of a tiger. But when fueled with MTN Momo, winning is easy. Simply get your phone and use the Momo app or dial *165*3#, enter merchant code, enter amount, enter your Momo PIN, and pay. Congratulations! Your car is happy, and now you stand a chance to win mobile money with MTN Momo.
Welcome back to still watching the UBC News Tonight, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue. We take you into more news. Now, the Minister for Information, Technology and National Guidance, Dr. Chris Baryomunsi, has joined campaigns for NRM candidate Rose Kabajenyi in Chisoro district. Rose Kabajenyi is in the NRM, or she is the NRM flag bearer for Chisoro district. Throughout this tour, he encouraged people to put aside divisions arising from differences in religion and ethnicity. Let's have a look.
Gisoro District Woman Member of Parliament position campaigns is facing challenges due to the steep terrain, with vehicles unable to access some locations. At one point, Minister for Information Chris Baryomunsi and team went on foot together with the NRM flag bearer Rose Kabajenyi. The team visited Bukimbiri constituency, where NRM supporters waited along the roadside.
One of the things that we have found in Chisoro are the divisions amongst our people based on religious sentiments. So that is very unfortunate. So we hope that the people have listened to our voices, and we hope they have also appreciated and listened to the voice of the flag bearer whom they voted during the primary election.
The Minister for Information, Dr. Chris Baryomunsi, asked the people of Gisoro to put political differences aside and vote for the NRM flag bearer, Rose.
Kandi abashabati abandi mushanju abarasingwe muhagire orihe mubendera bayicizingana ngabandi urukiko Kampala kugende mwesimbe abantu bagera karoro umwe kora abasinge abasigara muhagire flag bearer bona biciza basaidi.
Kabajenyi. The director NRM mobilization, Rosemary Seninde, urged Gisoro residents to avoid all internal conflicts and rumors on the president's visit to Gisoro.
On the 12th, which is Tuesday, we expect our president, who is also the chairman of NRM, to come and campaign with us to also solicit for votes for our NRM candidate. And we are very hopeful that when he comes, he will also probably change the mindset.
Local leaders in the district asserted that Gisoro is known as an NRM stronghold and that electing someone else could be difficult to explain to the president. UPC candidate Hingabire Mebo also toured various parts of the district alongside UPC President Jimmy Akena, calling on Gisoro residents to vote for Mebo as she promised to bring development and address the issue of poor roads.
You see, this by-election has created an issue in that the primaries in NRM, there's been clearly some signs of rigging, and it's something which did not go down well with someone like Philip Mateka and maybe many of the members of NRM. And in my case, our doors are always open for everybody who feels that they can maybe be recognized more or do better in a different setting. We are always going to be open and welcome them on board.
President Yoweri Museveni is expected to visit Gisoro on Tuesday, 12th November next week.
At the ongoing conference for innovators in Kigali, Rwanda, the State Minister for Youth and Children Affairs, Dr. Balamba Rugahara, has called upon African youth to work together to create jobs. Speaking to innovators and young entrepreneurs, the minister promised that the Uganda government is ready to provide financial assistance to their products and initiatives to promote job creation and economic growth in Uganda.
Very good. Me, on behalf of government of Uganda, we shall support you. The Youth Livelihood Program, where government gives you close to $700 or $800, up to $3,500, $4,000. So that money is given to young people, and it's a revolving fund. So you pay only interest of 6% from your proceeds to government, and that portfolio keep growing. We started with less than 10 billion. Now our portfolio has reached close to 150 billion as a revolving fund and a small interest that we put in. So many young people go and eat that revolving fund, and then they will say government has not helped us. But we thank the UNDP and the government of Uganda for supporting. Then also we are putting focus now on commercial imperatives. This initiative focuses on solving complex development challenges and creating jobs. Then we have, as government of Uganda, also done the economic transformation. The government is working to accelerate economic growth in agriculture, agribusiness, and agro-processing to create higher productive jobs. These include improving trade, attracting foreign direct investment, and promoting urban development. As you noticed at the Ugandan stall, a young man is selling powder cassava. Before, people would eat cassava and it rots in the garden. But now you can dry your cassava and make flour out of it, which flour is used for starch. It is used for making spirits, alcohol for those of you who drink. The same flour is used for feeding. Then the same flour now we can use it for making chapati. For Uganda! Nigeria!
The National Unity Platform President Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, also known as Bobi Wine, has called upon the people of Teso sub-region to unite in order to bring change. He was in Soroti City, Teso sub-region, on a political consultation meeting and mobilization support for party structures. More details in this report.
NUP President Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu greeted the people of Teso in Teso and emphasized the need for Ugandan unity to bring change.
I'm saying this because you need to hear it. This country belongs to all of us.
He called for collective efforts to bring change in the lives of Ugandans.
I want us to come together and put an end to this slavery.
NUP Deputy President for Northern Uganda, Dr. Lina Zedriga, encouraged Teso residents to support NUP, while Soroti City NUP Chairperson George William Okoyit pledged to recruit more members to strengthen the party's presence in the region.
The Jury President of the Republic of Uganda, this is how much we trust in you.
Education institutions have appealed to the Ministry of Education and Health to speed up the milk feeding policy in schools to fight against malnutrition and stunted growth amongst school children, but also aid in the boosting of local consumption.
Government plans to make milk feeding compulsory on the school's menu, having piloted the program in various schools in southwestern Uganda. Government had formed a steering committee composed of technocrats from the Ministry of Education, Health, Agriculture, and the Dairy Development Authority to formulate policy guidelines, but these are yet to come into effect. Part of this policy under design was to ensure that government starts providing capitation grants to schools to have the program effective.
That's where the steering committee is working with Ministry of Education to see that this becomes a policy within the feeding in schools, but also as government in the capitation grant to facilitate at least some twice meals in a week.
While government is yet to pronounce itself on how far they have gone with formulating school milk feeding policy guidelines, learners and teachers have challenged them to speed up the process. They also tasked government to review the taxes levied on milk products to boost local consumption.
The cheap one, it is at 1,500. Now they can reduce it to 1,000 so that many students can consume it.
Milk is a wholesome food, though some people still think it causes obesity once taken in a raw form. As such, milk processors are also adding value to milk by reducing fat content to make it more consumable without side effects.
First of all, milk contains proteins which help the body to build out the worn-out cells and make the body sober for an academic student.
When you take milk, actually you have to look good. Like me, you see me, I take milk, I look good. I take yogurt because I love it. I mean, it gives me another taste in me. It fills my body. I mean, it quenches all my hunger, even if I don't have to eat food.
2 years ago, the government had initially unveiled the parent-led plan to ensure compulsory milk feeding in schools, but parents resisted due to lack of money. In order to make milk affordable, processors embarked on packaging milk products, especially yogurt, in small quantities to make it affordable for all learners in school. Some school heads and learners who embraced milk consumption under the government pilot study have a testimony to tell.
Yeah, that is actually we are doing at school. Our runners are taking milk at break time, even in the morning. For us as school, we have already started, we initiated it, and actually milk is very good.
There are estimated 15 million learners across different tiers in the country, but the plan is to roll the program to initially benefit nursery, primary and secondary school learners before universities. Besides addressing malnutrition and stunted growth among children, the government believes the prices of milk will stabilize.
We are targeting children because in future they are the ones who are going to determine to buy when they become adults. So we inculcate the culture of drinking milk locally.
This milk feeding policy comes at a time when the per capita milk consumption stands at 64 liters, which falls below the 200 liters recommended by the World Health Organization. Sudat Kaye and Ambrose Muhumuza, UBC News.
Brought to you by download the Wendy app from Google Play or App Store or dial *229#. Wendy Wanawoli. In the heart of Uganda, a financial revolution is happening. We were once left out, saving the old-fashioned way, with an unexpected saving spot, keeping it too close for comfort. But now, we found a better way to save and manage money. Download the Wendy app from Google Play or App Store or dial *229#. With Wendy, your money is safe and you can earn interest daily. Visit your Google Play or App Store or dial *229# to register. Wendy Wanawoli.
Welcome back, and it's now time for sports on the UBC News Tonight. The fourth edition of the Namlonge Golf Open Championship hosted close to 120 golfers competing for cash and trophies. From across the country, golfers had the weekend on the course. Let's have a look.
Abdullah Kakoza won the gross category at the 2024 Equity Narrow Golf Open in Namlonge. Kakoza managed a 213 gross shot better than the reigning Uganda Open winner Joseph Regan Akena. Titus Okwong managed third in a fully contested game with a 215 gross to come third. The other players that were exceptional on the day were Joseph Ochwinyi with a 217, Charles Ranga on 218, while Joseph Kasozi hit 218 points.
Titus Okwong is a good player. Tyler Kenaligan and some other good players like Kasozi, Eriton. He has Eriton, Ibla, Bagalana. They are good players. So the tournament was a bit competitive. Though I don't know whether it was an advantage because I was home, but I did my best.
The 2024 Equity Narrow Golf Open had 120 golfers compete for both cash prizes, trophies and prestige.
I think I played well and I feel ecstatic about that incredible winning. It's like I gave it my best.
Equity Bank sponsored the tournament to a tune of 175 million shillings, and part of which is to construct a halfway permanent shelter for the golfers.
The course, the tournament is flowing very well. As you can see, we have spent a lot of money on the branding, on the kits. We have bought very good shirts, hats, golf balls, a lot of equipment. And I actually passed hole number 6 where we began constructing the halfway house. So very happy. I also went to see the orchard where we're planting trees. The tree I planted last year has grown already. It's almost my height, interestingly. So I am pretty happy with what I'm seeing so far.
With the new halfway house one, we'll have a resting place in the middle of the course where members can sit and refresh themselves as they continue to play their game. So for us, it means a lot to have a point like that. In bad weather, it's also a place where members can shelter instead of having a hard time in the rain, figuring out what to do, but that provides us with a very good place in the middle of the course.
The cash prizes for both the amateurs and professionals was a milestone for the tournament in its 4 years tenure. Ngabo Emon, reporting for UBS TV.
And that brings us to the end of our 8 o'clock edition of the UBC News Tonight. Thank you for being a lovely audience. Do join us at 10 o'clock for another bulletin. My name is Wadulo, Mark Arnold, and Dorothy Namuyomba on sign language from the team behind the scenes. See you at 10.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Brand Ambassadors 256 presents the Ghetto Got Talent Star Search. Amanyika Talanta, the impact of talent. In the heart of our cities, where life is raw, real, and unfiltered, there lies an ocean of untapped potential just wanting to be discovered. Welcome to the stage of dreamers, a platform for the hidden stars. Your moment is now. Uncover extraordinary talent that lives within you. This is the time to live your dream. Kakati kubaka foto ngoli ku stage ya kabi. Never superstar bakabi. Mu vibe za kabi. Kwali na bidi. Esukuma akabadi ko paka ku top. So, Olinzechi, grab your phone, get creative, and record a 3-minute video of you or your team olabisemu ku talanta yo. Send it to 0759 958 138 or send it to connect@ghettogottalent.com. This is GGT, where talent knows no boundaries. Ghetto Got Talent. Amanyi Got Talanta. Visit www.ghettogottalent.com. Chisoboka.
Lico Groundy, Plascon, paint and win. This year, Plascon paint and win. Lico Groundy. Chicho, buy paint worth 100K. Get a scratch card, SMS the code to 7197. Stand a chance to win instant airtime, 1 million shillings bully day there, or a share of a 3 million shillings jackpot each week. What do you want the brand new podas, tuk-tuks, and so much more? Catch the paint and win action every Monday on Bukede One, NBS, and Sanyuka TV. Plascon, color your world.
Amazina ganje Inyetekwa Seruhanga John Bosco ninduga mu district ya Rukungiri ndio muhanguzi wa miliyoni 18 na Uganda National Rotary nzahangwire urwo mu kuzana star 278 ngafuna message erikweka mu ndio muhanguzi nashemererwa konka nabaza kugira ngo nedi y'abafere sente ziriyo zona bakaziteka nko nazihangwire.
Ugandan National Lottery. Dream, play, win. Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Ugandan National Lottery is operated by Tuba Uganda and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board.
In the heart of Uganda, a financial revolution is happening. We were once left out, saving the old-fashioned way, with an unexpected saving spot, keeping it too close for comfort. But now, we found a better way to save and manage money. Download the Wendy app from Google Play or App Store or dial *229#. With Wendy, your money is safe and you can earn interest daily. Visit your Google Play or App Store or dial *229# to register. Wendy Wanawoli.
Oh! Super Soul Sisters ground-based inspiring story grand finale is here. With our theme of Vision for the Future, come and be part of this amazing yet inspiring pageant as we focus on the girls' life journey through storytelling to change people's lives. This December, Saturday the 14th, 2024 at Nakasero Primary School Amphitheatre from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. in partnership with Plan International Uganda and UBC TV. Ordinary tickets are sold at 20,000 shillings, VIP table at 500,000 shillings and 1 million Ugandan shillings. Be there.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
In a bid to boost health service delivery in Luweero district, the government of Uganda, through the Ministry of Health, contracted the UPDF Engineering Brigade to construct an inpatient department block at Luweero Hospital.
I am the site engineer for this project you are seeing here. It is an inward patient block, we call it IPD. And we are the contractors, the Uganda People's Defense Forces Civil Engineering Brigade. We sit in Rugazi, and we are required to take the building up to roofing and some small finishes. Currently, we are doing the extension of the columns, then the ring beams, then along there's also a ramp on the other side. We shall go there, maybe you'll look at it. Then we also have a slab just in the middle somewhere there. We're also going to take it up to roofing stage. Then we have some block work, then we have some finishes, electrical installations, mechanical installations, and so forth. We have a very big team. We just don't deploy everyone here, but we are a very, very big team. But on a good day, we are 30 people, 40 people. Depending on the activity, of course. Sometimes we are 10, sometimes we shall be 20, like that. If we are casting, we are more. If we are doing block work, we are more. If it is now electrical installations or mechanical, the number reduces and we'll deploy the other workmen somewhere else.
This move is part of a broader strategy to enhance healthcare services in the area, which has already seen significant improvements in recent years.
This new block, which is the inpatient block, will have very big impact on the services we are offering here to our clients, because the biggest challenge we are having ever since this hospital was upgraded from a health center 4 is space. We realize that we have a number of clients we see here in the various departments, especially maternity, but we lack space. And at the same time, we didn't have this very good infrastructure that could accommodate some of the units that are very necessary and important for the efficient operation of a hospital, like theaters, separating the maternity or maternity theater, obstetrics and gynae theater, and also the major surgeries theater, and also emergency theaters. So having this unit or this block complete will provide us this space to expand and accommodate all our clients that we are having here, treat them more efficiently, more effectively, and also have space enough for the medical team to do their work more efficiently. Unlike what they are doing of late, because they might discharge early because of the space challenge. An emergency comes in, you have no space, you discharge. But now that we have this new block coming on board with more space, we shall not be doing that. We shall be making sure we really manage a patient all through, because we shall be able to accommodate them within. So it will really be impactful on our community here.
Following the delayed completion of Luweero Hospital inpatient department block, whose construction began in 2012-2013 financial year, the Prime Minister of Uganda, Robina Nabanja, awarded the contract to the UPDF Engineering Brigade after a presidential directive.
As you are aware, we are working on a presidential directive of constructing health infrastructure and schools. This directive was given in 2021 July, and we started these works in July 2022. So we are almost 2 years undertaking these projects. From July 2022, so far we are undertaking 354 projects worth 475 billion. The reason why the Engineers Brigade was brought in to undertake some of these government projects was the numerous complaints from the wananchi about delays in the completion of government projects and in instances of shoulder works done by some of the contractors. So one of the reasons was first of all to speed up construction and in a cost-effective manner, so that the projects which would cost a lot of money is to ensure that we carry out these works at a reduced cost. As I said, we are just 1 year down the road, and the projects which we are doing are all over Uganda. And of those 354, as I told you, 156 have been completed and handed over. The categories of these projects, number one, health infrastructure, are 290 projects. This involves upgrading of health center 2s to health center 3s and upgrading of health center 3s to health center 4s.
The facility was upgraded from Luwero Health Center 4 to Luwero Hospital in the 2019-2020 financial year as a government strategy to improve health service delivery in the district.
Secondly, the community, there is a way this block is also marketing out this hospital, because most people have been thinking that Kasana, how they call this hospital, some of them call it Kasana Health Center. They still think this is a health center for. Yet this was already upgraded at a general hospital level. So when they see this block being constructed, then there is a way it markets out in the community, then mobilizes. By the fact that there is this big block, people are mobilized to come in and receive services within, of which this is what we want, that people come in and receive services and know that we are now a general hospital and we are offering more specialized services within Luwero General Hospital, within Luwero District.
Social responsibility, you have to, yes, we are soldiers, but you also have to embed in the local community, we call it. So along the way we keep adding in the people from the local community. The local materials, of course, we get from the local community, but the sand, we use clean sand, clean white sand. You can see it on the other side. We get it direct from Luwero. It's costly, but it's what we have to use. The blocks, we make them from site. The bricks, there is a local supplier who was supplying us. The iron bars we buy from roofings, sometimes also steel and tube, and other industrial materials we get from reputable hardware shops.
Construction of the inpatient department block is expected to further increase access to quality healthcare for residents of Luwero and neighboring districts, a testament to the government's commitment to prioritizing the health services.
My name is Kasasa Francis Tebagalika, the district civil engineer in charge of buildings. I'm here on behalf of the Chief Administrative Officer, Chairman LC5 and entire administration of Luwero. I wish to thank the local government of Luwero district for the efforts and the dream they have had about construction of Luwero Hospital that has been elevated from a Center 4 to a general hospital. They've had a dream of constructing several structures, but one in particular that is under construction is the 100-bed ward, which has since transformed into an IPD. It started with the local revenue from Luwero district, and later the Ministry of Health picked on interest and started funding the works at the hospital. Currently, we have been able to construct up to 4th floor. However, the government of Uganda, through the UPDF Engineering Brigade, has also put a milestone onto the works that are ongoing. We are grateful by the efforts of the Prime Minister, Right Honorable Robin Anabanja, when she visited us in March 2024, and he made a pledge that the President had given her instructions. The structure should be finished within the next 9 months. As we are speaking now, the engineering brigade is on site. They've had block work for third floor. They've also had block work on second floor. They're also doing slabbing of the reception, the middle part. They are now currently putting up a ring beam together with a ramp and a lift. The powers that sent us the UPDF, we wish to thank you, and we wish to convey our thanks because of the good relationship. First of all, as engineers at the district, we were worried working with the forces, but the worry has since gone away. They are people who can be worked with, and they have the expertise that maybe we need. We thought they are only good in the army, but now they're also good in construction. So as far as engineering brigade is concerned, we wish to thank the command of engineering and the command of UPDF for giving us that team to come and do the works for us.
Innovation, of course, is a progression, but normally we are provided with standard designs. Now, however innovative we have to become, we also have to follow the standards given. But definitely along the way, if you find something needs a small modification, you communicate back. We can always look at the designs and I show you. Maybe if you have some time today, later in the afternoon, I could take you through. We are going to have a walkabout, yeah? Yeah, then I could take you through. Most times we operate from the back. As you can see, we have done proper screening. Now we have done it in such a way that the entry to our site is not interfering with the entry to the current users of the building. So we operate from the back, they operate from the front. So we have not found situations where we inconvenience them as much. We get from different sources. One, we do rainwater harvesting, then we also have a shallow well, an underground well, and then of course the national water, when it is there, we embrace.
The inpatient department block is expected to provide a range of services to 12,000 patients, including inpatient care, emergency services, and specialized treatment.
So this block that is being constructed is going to have a number of units in there. One of them is the emergency department, where we usually work on casualties, road traffic accidents, maybe from motorcycle vehicle accidents. Then we have an emergency theater within that block. Then we have a NICU. A NICU is the neonatal intensive care unit, where we admit these young children just after birth who are having some complications or who are sick. We admit them within that block. Then we are having pediatric ward. The pediatric ward is where we admit the children who are below 12 years. We admit them there. Then we are going to be having in there the surgical department, where we shall be accommodating or having inpatient wards for the surgical clients, both male and female, and two main theaters. And one theater will be for maternity, that and obstetrics and gyne, and then another theater will be for surgical cases. Then we have another ward, inpatient ward for internal medicine, that is for adults who fall sick and need to be admitted here for the male side and female side. So these are the units that are harbored within this block that is being built by the Army Engineering Brigade.
Yes, we are the army, but we are human. We don't have a bad relationship. We are a disciplined army. And as a construction, the civil engineering brigade in particular, sometimes it is even hard to differentiate us from the ordinary people. Like, if you didn't find me putting on this uniform, you would actually even think I'm part of the hospital management. So our relationship is is good. It's not lacking anywhere, and we hope it will continue like that. Most times so specific that you have to do activity A, schedule it with activity B, lapse it with activity C, merge it with activity D. So we are not challenged with these structures. Actually, it's not a big structure to us because we have handled more massive projects than this. Coincide with other activities, so every month we have a meeting. Our progress is okay. It's only a few months earlier when there was change of management internal, but has been handled, and now work is progressing. So in the meetings they normally have no problem with our progress.
The government has invested heavily in this project, demonstrating its dedication to improve healthcare outcomes in Luweero district.
As you are aware, there are some schools and hospitals which were built in the 60s. They are still there. Why? Because of using quality materials, quality construction works. This is what we want to bring in, to ensure that if government undertakes construction projects, they should last a very long time. Not after not 5 years, then the buildings have collapsed. So I want to assure the country that the works which we are doing, if properly maintained, because there is need also for continuous maintenance, will last a very long time, even 50 years, because the design life that we are proposing for these schools and health centers should be 50 years and above. So our mission is to ensure that we produce quality works, quality projects that can last a long time.
The 2.5 billion shillings project is a significant development in Luweero district's healthcare landscape.
Luweero Regional Hospital, the Royal General Hospital covers a big catchment population, not only restricted to Luweero. Being on the main road, we usually also receive a number of clients actually crossing through even to Wakiso. Okay, in a quarter, we can see about 12,000 cases, 12,000 to 15,000 cases in our patient department. Deliver around 695 mothers in a quarter. But of recent, even this has increased because in this recent quarter we closed, that is Q1, on a monthly basis, we are delivering around 450 mothers a month. Then we have a number of inpatient, we will admit here on the different wards, ranging from around 1,000 to 800 to 1,000, depending, but that's general for all the wards. So the numbers are there. And we believe that with completion of this block, even the numbers will double. Yes, because one of the things that is really limiting these numbers is the space challenge that I've talked about. But we know this block is going to come with very many other things, more equipment. Yes, more recruitments will be done to make sure we have even more health workers. So we shall have more numbers really come on board as we serve the population.
Neddobozi pitibwa Haji Swaib Semwanga veteran okuva 82 paka olwaleero ndi muwagizi wa NRM n'okutuusa olwaleero. Naye mu kino ekizimbe ekizimbiddwa wano e Luweero ku ddwaliro lyaffe ekkulu era disitulikiti y'e Luweero, President Museveni tumwebaza nnyo nnyini ddala. Ndaba nga bw'atuzimbira ekizimbe kino tujja kubaako we tutuuka naddala mu bujjanjabi. Nze ayogera nammwe oba gwe mulabako ku ssaawa eno, maama wange kennyini anzaalira ddala, Mariam Nakyazi, twali naye mu lutalo era ali wano ku kitanda, ndi naye wano, bamutaddeko oxygen, embeera gy'alimu si nnungi. Naye ndabye nasiimye dda kuba bwe nasuze. Abasawo bamukolako, bamujjanjaba, bamwetayiridde, era yatuuse n'okuŋŋamba bwe yazze engulu n'aŋŋamba nti temutegana kuntwala Mulago ku bujjanjabi bwe ndabye wano n'abasawo okumbudaabuda kwe bambudaabuda temutegana kuntwala Mulago. Nange ne nsiima nyongera okusaba President Museveni nti nga bw'atadde amaanyi mu kutulabirira amalwaliro gaffe gano bw'aba ateeka amaanyi ne mu kukola enguudo.
For the construction team, which is the Army Engineering Brigade, for now I want to say thank you, because from the time we started interacting with Army Engineering Brigade, they have been really a good partner in this. We have a hospital administration with its administrative structures. Our method of work in the hospitals, they have not really breached any rules or regulations that are found within the hospital here. They have their designated place, they are doing their work. And what really made me very happy with Army Engineering Brigade is that when they even came in, when we have a problem, water shortage. So they went ahead using the BOQs and the money that they had been offered to construct, they dug a shallow well. And they did not restrict that water to themselves. Yes, once they put there the pump, they came here, told me, doctor, we've put up a shallow well here. Is there a way we can help you, because you are also having a water scarcity problem? And this team was, I showed them where they could pump this water, and now they are able to share with me part of the water that they pump and solving part of my problem that I have here. So I really want to thank them for the work they are doing so far, and for the relationship we've kept for the time they have been here. And for the client, now that is the Minister of Health, my request is that, one, I want to first thank you for committing funds to this project. But my request now is that these funds should be released in time to enable the Army Brigade execute their mandate faster. Because we expected, as per the Prime Minister's promise when she was here, that by December this year, this block would be complete. But because of the delays in release of funds, there could be procedural issues. Of course, without funds, then work cannot progress very well. So we request Minister of Health to really double efforts in terms of ensuring that funds are released. Of recent, there was a release of around 500 million that was given to the Army Engineering Brigade, which they are currently using on the block. But of course, there is a balance. So I request the client to really push to have that balance released to the Army Engineering Brigade, so that they can be able to do this work, that by at least next year, end of this financial year, this block is complete and ready for handover and for utilization. For our community around here, Royal General Hospital, the administration is committed here to support you, but also we are glad that now you are starting to realize the services that we are offering here. Embrace the projects and support the project team here to ensure that we have it, because at the end of the day,